Another weekend has arrived in the Oceania 7K World Cup 2025. I am one of your commentators for tonight, Sir 285, and alongside with me in the booth is a new voice in the commentary team for this World Cup, Albion the Great. How are you doing, mate?
Hello, I'm doing amazing. We have some exciting matches coming up. We're going to be starting with Thailand versus Estonia, the very first elimination match that we're going to see of this 7K World Cup. One of these teams is not going to be making it past this week, and that's going to be an exciting prospect to watch this match.
Indeed, especially as one of the teams that have a storied history in the 7K World Cup. They went into this one without one of their top players in law school, definitely wanting to show that they could get as far as they could. That is for Team Thailand. Meanwhile, for Team Estonia, they will want to, I think, better their run from last year, where they did get eliminated at around this stage by virtue of loser bracket, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. But that being said, we do already start seeing the first couple of protects come out. Thailand winning the role, they'll be picking first, and they also protect first. Rise 3 is going to be their protect, with LN1 coming out for Estonia. We also instantly see the Estonia ban of Rise 4, that's going to be Junglist Acid, not going to be played this match, while we wait for Thailand to choose their map to ban.
Estonia opting to get the most technical chart of this match strategy breakdown. I think, like, just get it out of the way. It's the least straightforward chart. Try to be a bit safe. Also, I think the ban is supposed to be LN2, the densest pick of the entire pool, and it's supposed to be Raisi, Raisi is going to be the first pick by way of Thailand.
Yeah, not really what I was expecting, to be honest. I was somewhat expecting Thailand to want to go into the LN to try and take some points from Estonia. Arguably, Thailand didn't play all that bad on LN, but Estonia, they do have Hisa and Akaxio. They do have that powerhouse combo that absolutely can take down Thailand on those picks. So I don't hate this pick, I don't love it either.
Well, they will have to rely on their accuracy by just considering just because this is the main accuracy pick, just because of the fact that it's a core jack chart. I mean, we've seen everything happen from last week. We have really high scores, and we're still at that level that we should still be expecting scores at around that range as well. But for now, it's really Thailand's job to just get as high as possible here and get this first point.
Yeah, it's going to be on the core jack. We do have some tricky sections in this map where, both teams can mess up, can lose a bit of accuracy. But we'll have to wait and see when we get there if that's also going to happen.
Well, for Team Estonia, on the other hand, I think, if I'm not mistaken, last weekend, high score was played in their match last weekend. I forgot who their opponent was, but they were facing one of the stronger teams in the entire roster. So I think we basically saw what happened there. But anyways, here we go with Fading Star. One of these teams will definitely not want to fade at the end of this match.
Yeah, interestingly, Estonia did end up banning the Rise 3 pick last weekend. So maybe Thailand is banking on that not being their strong suit, Korjak, and just picking into it, which I could definitely see be the case here.
Yeah, that is pretty much that is a good strategy going into this match. Plus, actually, now that I remember, it was Germany that Estonia faced last weekend, and Germany has some of the stronger players in the European scene. Anyways, here we go. Some of the patterns here may look reminiscent more of a chord stream, but look at those one fourth rhythm mini jacks that has been giving Yoth some problems hitting. Arcaxio finding the first drop on the Estonian side of the screen.
Yeah, and Yost just trading it back. They are not quite able to keep up with this. Currently sitting at about 97%, while all three others are at that 99%. Hisa does have a bit of trouble there, but they're still going strong. The lead is slowly increasing for Estonia as Yost finds yet another miss. It's going to be about 30,000 points now, and that's a lot. This is going to take quite a lot for Thailand to come back, but with Hisa missing, there's an opportunity here.
But Yoth has been decreasing accuracy faster than Hisa's rate of accuracy loss. Natapun did find the drop a few moments earlier, dropping to the 99.6, and is already and has become the second best accuracy throughout the entire room here. Arcaxio still carrying the 99.79, basically recovering from the drop that they had from earlier.
Yeah, if it hadn't been for that second drop from Natapoem now, this could have been very close between Arcaxio and Nata. But it's not going to be the case. We do have the last quarter of the map coming up, but with 80,000 score difference already, this looks all but done.
Yeah, unless if for some reason somebody from the Estonian side finds a massive rush, which I just don't see happening given the consistency of the consistency Hisa and Arcaxio have been showing throughout the entire chart. And like just a few more trades of misses. Yoth 99, Arcaxio unfortunately dropping at the very end, but that doesn't really matter because Estonia has picked up their first point.
The beautiful round 2500 maximums that we see on Arcaxio as well, just a very, very nice score. Unfortunate misses. I actually expected Nata to have more misses there than Arcaxio, but I guess not. They just weren't able to keep that accuracy. And with 1 point going Estonia's way and Estonia's pick coming right up, they can look to extend this lead.
Okay, so now it's Estonia's turn to pick, and as I was about to mention that they should be picking LN1 here, considering that this is the skill set that they prefer, at least from what they have been talking about in channels outside of the multiplayer room. At least they've publicly shown their, if I'd say, quote-unquote interest in the inverse picks introduced in this World Cup.
Yeah, Estonia definitely has a very strong team to play on this inverse pick. And then also Thailand banned inverse last week. So there's a continuing storyline here, and I just see Estonia winning this one as well. I'm thinking we're looking at a 2-0 scoreline heading into Thailand's pick. But maybe Thailand can pull off a miracle here. Nothing ever happens while just talking, everything happens while playing. So this is completely possible for Thailand. They just have to pull it off.
Indeed, and the difference in the way this map is charted from what we had from LN1 might be able to give Thailand a bit more comfort, but that the start of this inverse pattern not exactly the friendliest to both Natapum and Yoth. He's finding the first drop on the Estonian side, and Arcaxio, I think we should not mention the accuracy for the moment.
Yeah, Yoth seems to be struggling big time on this map right now, just constantly losing the LNs, finding misses because of that, not hitting the slider ends, releasing too early. Same goes for Natapoem, but less so. They're not really finding their groove on this map, which is really unfortunate to see because they're incredible players.
Yeah, inverse is that one skill set of it's just that one skill set where it's either you can or you cannot. And while you can be good at other skill sets, inverse isn't exactly the easiest to pick up. And now here we go with a bit more of full LN action here. Lisa Natapumyo finding a few drops. The both Thailand players struggling to maintain their combos as of the moment. Meanwhile, we still have. As I was about to say, one full combo, it's already gone. That's unfortunate, but still the accuracy is so high.
Yeah, the finger control needed to massively do LN inverse when it's all 7 columns is incredible. Like, it may sound easy, but this is so darn difficult to pull off. And Arcaxio is powering through this like it's smooth butter.
Yeah, this chart demands such amount of control. Like, it's so hard to maintain your fingers pressed down on the keys. Like, throughout the entire thing, like, I don't think there's a single moment in this chart where you are allowed to lift a finger off a key. Like, one of your fingers will be holding down something. Like, that's the nature of this. That's the nature of this chart. And I think this is pretty much one of the most dominant score gaps that we'll be seeing throughout the entire weekend. Team Estonia just taking this home now.
Just an absolute masterclass of how to play LN inverse put up here by Estonia.
And I think Arcaxio unfortunately dropping below 99%, but that doesn't really matter. They've shown, I think, what is possibly one of the highest scores in this chart that we'll be seeing throughout the entire weekend.
This is just incredible plays from Estonia. Very unfortunate for Thailand, but they now can pull it back. They're heading on to their pick again. Perhaps we'll see Rise 2 or Rise 1 coming out. There's opportunities for them to find their groove again, because this is just a bit of a, okay, it happened, move on.
Yeah, it's their pick. They have to recover. They try to get this out of their minds and keep their head down. Like, the match is far from over. There's still 3 points for Estonia to even win. Like, there's still enough time. They still have the entire pool to negotiate.
We do see Rise 1 Shinek coming out, as expected somewhat. Going to be another Rise map. Thailand looking to find their footing in this match again.
But they have to find their footing fast. Not just because this is the speed pick of the entire pool, but they just need to get that first point out of the way, stop the bleeding, maybe try to get the momentum shift their way.
Yeah, and they're thinking that quick single streams is going to be the way.
Yeah, this is the fastest time in between charts, I think. .255 BPM streams. While for those who are more familiar with 4K might find 255 BPM slow. But in 7K standards, this is already blistering fast. Well, the first part still okay, but here we go. Youth99 finding the drop, Natapum follows. And the thing about speed in 7K is that there is a need for control throughout the entire chart. It's because it's so easy to hit notes earlier than they should, later than you should. Like, it's so hard to maintain accuracy here.
And while it looks like Nata is still able to hold on to accuracy somewhat, these constant misses are putting a damper into their score. It's really the density here that's tripping up Nata and York. The speed at which these these single streams come at you. It is so easy to just slip up once, find that drop, and Hisa with 1400 combo and still going strong is not finding a single miss. That's going to be very, very good for Estonia while they're looking to secure that third point. Yet another breakpoint. You're finding multiple misses. Nasa, after getting quite a decent combo, finally getting past that 400 mark, dropping once again.
Yeah, but again, such is the difficulty of this chart. While it may seem child's play watching just in our desks, these patterns aren't exactly the friendliest on the hands. Anyways, with all of that though, Arcaxio is still maintaining a mid 99%, like just hovering around that high 99.4, even getting to 99.5s. He's unfortunately dropping their full combo, but that doesn't really matter. Estonia getting their third point.
What a play. What an absolute play. And it just goes to show how strong Team Estonia really is. They managed to take 2 points last week against Germany, and they're showing why that was the case, why they were able to get those 2 points right here in this match against Thailand as well. Not giving Thailand any room to take points away.
And now Estonia is picking one of the hard... I think you're the one who could pronounce the title of this song.
Das Leben nach dem Tode.
Yeah, the chord stream pick of this pool. Also, just as a side note, there are lots of song titles in this pool that are pretty hard to pronounce if you're not used to other languages.
That just sounds like a skill issue, to be honest.
I mean, I'm trying to learn a fourth language, but it's not going well. Anyways, Estonia will want to bank on their accuracy here because chord streams, while a bit more demanding towards control, just because like you're doing tons more movement compared to chord jacks, like the outright just powering through chord jacks. This one is a bit more on finger movement. The amount of control to maintain accuracy here is pretty much the most important thing here. Like this is still early game chord streams. You'd still want to score really high.
Yeah, I mean, something else to note really is we've only seen half of Thailand's team. Thailand is a team of 4. We've only seen Nasa and Yok. I don't know if these other 2 players just aren't able to play at this time, or maybe they have some trouble getting to this match. Whatever may the case be, that is going to be advantageous for Estonia, as we do see them pulling away right at the start. 30,000 point difference already. We do see, of course, the good accuracy on Nasa, but Arcaxio is right there holding stronger.
Yeah, like there is a decent accuracy gap between the 2 players, and Natapum finding a drop that they don't really need at all. That's Thailand's highest accuracy. That is going to be giving a bigger problem for them because the score gap has just increased, and a few more misses coming from Yoth is not going to be helping their case. Just a short break section with a ton of double stairs. Like you see a few of these players finding trouble maintaining their combo. Meanwhile, here's Arcaxio, who's pretty much consistent and is helping Estonia pull ahead a bit more. And now we're here with the densest part of the chart, where if there's any misses, you'd expect it to happen here. Yacht unfortunately dropping below 95%, but such is the difficulty of this chart.
Yeah, but Arcaxio is just there. They've come to play, they've come to show up and just demolish Team Thailand. Single-handedly just carrying their team score up another 100,000 points here. Reaching that 3,000 combo, that is nothing to scoff at. Finding the FC, my lord Arcaxio, what did you just do?
That is a really clean run there from Arcaxio. Only 150, 11,200. Like, this is the accuracy that you'd expect among some of the higher, quote unquote, higher level players in the entire roster. Like, Arcaxio is right there.
Yeah, right there. That's incredible. And with Thailand going on to the next pick, are we going to stay in the Rice section or are we going to
Oh, they
see
are.
finally a hybrid? We're not going to see the hybrid. We're going to see Rice 5 coming out. We may not even see a single hybrid this match at all, depending on how this map goes. It is Thailand's pick, but if Estonia's accuracy is anything to go by, then I don't think this bodes well for Thailand.
But again, they need to get the accuracy out of the way. Yoth also needs to pick up the pace, because I think, like, the miss, aside from the misses, really, like, just a general level that needed to catch up with their opponents is pretty much immense as of the moment. You mentioned the other two players that Thailand has. It would be really unfortunate if they have troubles getting here, because I think if Thailand had their full roster, maybe we would have seen a different story. But Estonia staying with their duo, because they only have two players in this team, no substitutions for them. But that hasn't stopped a duo getting far, going the distance, as we've seen from last year's podium. As far-fetched as it may sound, but what Estonia is doing right now, Estonia is just doing very well. We see Yacht dropping below, just hovering around, dropping below 94%. That is a really massive drop. The intro not helping them at all.
Yeah, this is a rough showing for Thailand. They're still playing incredibly well though. It's just that you see Arcaxio at a 99.7%, still holding on the full combo, and you just can't beat that.
Yeah, it's really hard to keep up to the players who could just get accuracy out of these charts. Again, for everyone's knowledge, while the patterns may look simple, we're still early in the tournament, the pools are still really difficult. Like, we just gotta appreciate the players that we're seeing right now. All of these players are special. They are here for a reason.
Yeah, and we see some of these tricky patterns catching Yoth off guard here. Natapome as well. Arcaxio, all of them have found a drop now, but it's looking like a done deal with only about 10% of the map left to go and a score gap of 160,000. I do think Estonia will be the winner of this match. Thailand put up a very strong showing, but unfortunately it was just not quite enough. Estonia moves on in the lower bracket and will be saying goodbye to Thailand. They tried, but couldn't quite make it there.
Yeah, that is it for Thailand's run for this World Cup. Unfortunate, really, because I think this team could have shown a bit more had they have their complete team for this match. But I think they have some. But I think they should be able to recover. Like, they have the community to build up a roster from here going into next year. Meanwhile, Team Estonia, congratulations to them. They've officially surpassed. I think regardless of what happens to them from this point on, it will be their best finish in the MWC 7K. Congratulations to the duo of Hisa and Arcaxio.
Yeah, absolutely amazing performance from them, managing to stay in the World Cup, moving on to next weekend, the quarterfinals weekend. But Thailand, every end is a new beginning, and where some players from last year have now left, that just means there's new opportunities for new players to capitalize and show up and come to play. Not this year, but Thailand, there are the makings of greatness in that team, and I am looking forward to seeing those players play in future tournaments.
Well, that is that for this match. We will be back in around 34 minutes for our next one, Lithuania going against Taiwan. And I think that is going to be a pretty exciting one because Lithuania qualifying to this World Cup is already surprising. Taiwan also having a few decent players in their roster. I think we're in for a special one.
Yeah, and before we do head off, don't forget to buy some banners. Support your favorite teams. It is the most important thing you can do. We have so many amazing teams playing this year in the World Cup, and you can still show your support for all 32 of them right now. So don't forget, go to the store, buy your friend a banner by sending them some money. Like, doesn't matter. Go to show your support to your favorite teams, and I think we'll be back in about 30, won't we, Surf?
Yep, indeed. So that is it for us for now. See you guys in 33 minutes. This has been Surf85, and I've been the Great for MWC 7K 2025.
我々は神の意向を称える芸術以外認めていない。モデルとなった吸血鬼の居場所、答えてもらう。教会の拷問にあった傷だらけのお前を抱く私を売れば命くらいダサかったはず。勘違いしないで、私はお前を殺すつもりだった。勘違いさせないで。